Holy sh! I'll be lying if I tell that I'm not excited for the release of Dawntrail as a healer main, because the review of the job action trailer shows a lot of good changes for healer roster. First of all, the reductions in cooldown for swift cast from 60 to 40 seconds, which is a plus to literally everyone. This means that we can do more swift cast GCD for movement and also more frequent rests. However, before we dive into each of the healer, it is important for us healer main to look at our partner in crime first. All of the tank will receive an upgrade to their signature 30% mitigations, that being Sentinel for Paladin, Vengeance for Warriors, Shadow Wall for Dark Knights, and Nibbler for Gunbreakers. These changes in my opinion can be a double-edged sword, since it can both mean that these defensive might be more interesting to interact with, or the upgrade effect might make us have to heal them less, which is no fun, right? Also, Rampart will receive these changes as well, and the same concern also apply to it. And finally, reprisal duration will be extended to 15 seconds from 10 seconds in level 90 ranges, which I think will be pretty beneficial in dungeon run, as the tank will have a bit more time for other mitigation to rotate around. Now with that out of the way, let us dive into the changes for each of the healer, starting with White Mage in Dawntrail is looking pretty interesting, as they will receive quite a flashy new toy to play around with in the next expansions. Here, it looks like Thin Air is getting an upgrade because after the White Mage casts it, the follow-up Medica seems to be different. This is just a speculation, though please take it with a grain of salt. However, if my thought is correct, then White Mage GCD healing toolkits will get a little spicier, which is a welcoming changes because I love GCD healing. And not GCD attacking, you know. It's the whole purpose of being a healer. Next on the list is the Presence of Mind and the new AoE offensive skill that come with it. This will probably make White Mage burst window more interesting, as they will have to weave this on top of the existing skill like Assize. I'll be honest though that I'm a little bit disappointed that we don't get the Blood Lily extensions or something new to spend the Lily on, but this is also good too. Then, there is the Dash. I'm quite happy to see this personally, because Gap Closer is just fun to use, which is why I do play Dragoon from time to time to just zooming around the map with all the jumps, right? However, there is an ongoing debate though that is this a Thunderclap style or an on-Avant style dash? And after multiple shower thought, however, I will have to put my 2 cents on the on-Avant team. But to be honest though, the camera angles really make it hard to tell. Also, the endless possibilities of this skill combined with rescue is quite something. Anyway, Treasure Grammatron is getting another charges, and there is a new healing skill at the end here, which raised the question, what the f is waiting for us in Dawntrail if we have this much healing going on? Sleep Draw is back, baby! And also, we can finally see the preview of the Astro Minor rework. The cards are no longer randoms, and among these 3 cards, there will be a damage buff card, defensive card, and restorative card respectively. This kind of reminds me of the old Stormblood card system, but more streamlined because each card has different effects, but not that different compared to the Stormblood era. And with the removal of RNG, that also means no seals, which inevitably make Astrodyne obsolete and will be removed from the game. I'm quite fine at this change at the moment, but I think I will have to see later after media tour stuff how the card system really work in more details to form an opinions on this. But since Shadowbringer versions of Astrologian is a job that I play through most of the MSQ, losing Steel System does sting a bit. Still keeping open mind to this though, I'm pretty sure about changes. Astro is also likely to get a debuff / mitigation of some sort with this skill, since the mob in trailer attack after it is applied, which the trailer usually do to demonstrate ability that either mitigates or heal. So yeah, it's either of those two. And Neutral Sec seem to have a new effects. It kind of altered the GCD like how Thin Air does, but only the first GCDs. As you can see here that the effects is different for the first and the second GCDs. I'm really curious what is these changes to the Neutral Sect. And finally for Astrologians, there's this. Astrologian is static win every time, I swear. There's no information on this, so I think it is safe to move on. To be fair, I feel like Sage get the short end of the stick in these expansions. From what I can see though, we still have Media Tour stuff left, because most of the skill is kind of what we would expect from Dawntrail. It's weird to say, but my point is that all of the healer changes except Sage are all out of the left field. Like White Mage can recreate Dragon Ball Z fight, Astro get Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist buff, Scholar is now a pretty cool character, and then there's Sage doing K-pop dance. Sage is getting a new offensive OGCD, and I'm hoping that this will be more than an attack. Maybe this will have a secondary effects like how Numa is, but I think I'm just coping at this point. Zoe seem to alter your crazy prognosis like how Thin Air and Neutral Sect does to their respective GCD, or I'm just imagining thing and this is just, I don't know, you crazy prognosis too. Then Soltarian will have its cooldown reduced to 40 seconds in level 90 ranges, which play nicely with the new AoE Cardias that we will get. And speaking of new AoE Cardias, it seems like my prediction is not that far from the mark. When I was watching the live letter, my jaw was dropped when they said that the new skill is Group Cardias, and I was like, oh! And lastly, the AoE dot all you crazy discrazes. You crazy discraze. Eucrasian Dyscrasia, which is a nice tool that they add, which will help a tons in dungeons. And I think that's it for Sage, I think? Saving the best for last, Scholars seem to be eating good this expansion from what I can tell, and it's such a breath of fresh air that we Scholar main don't have to put the Copium tank into an overdrive mode. First on the list is the new AoE dot, which combo off of chain stratagems and is a very nice quality of life for Scholar in dungeon runs. I have heard from other people that this is like my asthma tool back in the day, which deal damage and also apply dot to nearby enemies. I guess dot is still alive in this game after all, and if Scholar become a dot healers again, I'm all in for it too. Sucker might get a visual upgrade to distinct it from the normal cast and a recitation cast, and now that I have mentioned about recitations, the skill cooldown will be reduced to 40 seconds like Sage and Soltarius. This is really nice because this means that my favorite combos of recitation plus X-Cog can be used more frequently, which always make me feel something whenever it do this. And then, out of the blue, they show this. And I was speechless. Because to be honest, I was preparing for the worst when that job stone comes on the screen. But this is very promising. And I'm not sure how to feel about this as a Scholar main. This is called Seraphism. This is kinda like a stand that Scholar can enter to enhance their healing, which Momo pointed something out and I'm with him on this one too. Does this mean that dissipation is gone? And how will this play into the Etherflow stack economies of the job? Like, does this mean that Scholar will lose the ability to instantly regenerate a full stack of Etherflows? I guess we will have to find out after the media tour. Moreover, we can see emergency tactic being used in Seraphism stands, and it altered the Adlo and Sucker visual effects, plus its instant cast. This change to emergency tactic is really nice to see since we rarely use it in any other situation except for like healing check. Oh, and one last thing though, like many other people said, I do feel too that the cloak for Seraphism feels more white mage than Scholar. I don't know. But other than that, I'm a happy Scholar main. Overall, I really like what is waiting for us in Dawntrails, and I really can't wait for the media tour information to drop. And don't worry, I'll cover the detail for the media tour stuff as well. And I think that's it for this video. I'll see y'all later. Bye. And thank you Kashing911, Larry Smith, Rin Nishikawa, Isinos, and Yuri Oyubina for supporting the channel.